EFT tapping is a combination of ancient Chinese medicine and modern psychology. And we just tap these meridian endpoints. We're going to use the side of the hand, we're going to use the top of the head, the eyebrow point, the side of the eye, under the nose, under the mouth, the collarbone point, and then under the arm. And those, I'm going to be saying statements and you're going to be saying them back. And I'll just make sure everybody's on mute before we do that. We're going to rate like your feelings around things first, and we're going to rate them at the end. But this works because it sends a signal while we're tapping these points and saying these statements right to the amygdala. So we bypass that fight or flight. And the difference there, in case you're wondering, a lot of people who do like talk therapy or other types of therapy, that's all in like the frontal lobes. So it's a totally different area of the brain that we get to work with. And we are bringing down stress hormones. So you can actually bring down your cortisol up to like 43% in just 5 minutes, which we will be doing today, 5 minutes of EFT tapping, which is amazing. Because while we're focusing on this EFT round on generational trauma and inherited patterns, your stress cortisol levels, your cortisol levels coming down will affect everything. So this will affect like the next thing you do after you're on this call and how you show up to that and how you feel during it. It's just going to affect like your own sense of like peace. If you have any kind of bodily aches or pains, you might notice they lessen a little bit because that stress is shifting. So there's a lot of ways that this can really impact in beneficial ways. And then you're also releasing those energetic blockages around the things that we're talking about. So EFT likes specificity. If the words that I'm saying feel like they could be made more specific for you, then as you say the things out loud back in your muted state, feel free to change them to something that feels a little bit more authentic and dialed in for you. That's fine. And yeah, we'll see what changes over the course of a few minutes for you guys, or what comes into your consciousness and awareness as we work through this round of EFT tapping and hypnotic visualization. So first, I'd like you guys just to, and you can drop your numbers in the chat, but I want you to think about your own generational trauma and inherited patterns, and maybe even like dial in on one, whether it's like the perfectionism or the scarcity that was brought up earlier or something, and then tell me in the chat how much like charge that has for you. So on a scale of 0 to 10, where 10 is the most and 0 is the least, how much does that kind of have like a emotional or energetic charge for you? Drop that in the chat for me so that we have a starting number. And if you want, you can tell me like what you're thinking of. If it's, if it's scarcity or perfectionism or some other pattern or whatever, feel free to drop that in there too. Take a look at the chat and see what comes through, and then we will get started. So Wendy's looking at scarcity at an 8. And 8 to 10, depends on the situation. I got it. Perfect, Erica. Got that. And if anybody else wants to drop it in, you can. It's always good to get a, let's see, Olivia, perfectionism 8, scarcity 5, creative inhibition 7. Oh, you've got a bunch of them here. I love how you like did them separately. That's perfect. Okay, so I've got those numbers in the chat and written down. All right. I don't know. I know you haven't been on camera or unmuted, Olivia. If you want to share anything about any of the particular generational trauma or anything that you've experienced, I'd be happy to kind of consider that as we're going into that. And if not, that's fine too. I understand if you can't, come on or anything. Okay. So we'll just start going through this. And I'll keep it a little bit more generic. Again, you guys can specify however you like to. So we're going to start on the side of the hand. We're going to start by taking a nice deep inhale through the nose and a nice exhale out through the mouth. And then you guys are going to repeat after me. Even though I have inherited beliefs, inherited wounds and patterns, and these things are not even mine, I deeply love, honor, and accept myself. even though my ancestors lived in survival mode. And I still feel the weight of their fears. I choose to break the cycle with love and intention. And even though these generational wounds have shaped me, and I notice patterns of perfectionism, scarcity, and inhibition, I now give myself permission to heal, transform, and create a new path. Now we're going to start moving through the other points. So just follow along. All this heaviness in my body, this weight of my ancestors, all the fears, struggles, and limitations that were passed down to me. I feel the echoes of their pain, their survival, and their suffering. It's been ingrained in me, taught to me, expected of me. Part of me wonders, can I really break free? Is it really possible to heal? This pattern has been here for so long, long before me. It feels like it's in my DNA. And it might be in my DNA. What if I could shift this? What if I could heal, not just for me, but for my entire lineage? What if I am the one they've been waiting for? I acknowledge the pain that came before me, the oppression, the hardship, the lack of possibilities. And I choose to release it. I don't need to carry their fears, their limitations, or their shame any longer. And they wouldn't want me to. I honor my ancestors by choosing healing over repetition. I no longer have to live in survival mode. It is safe for me to thrive and create success. And I allow my body to release the inherited stress, the grief, and the burdens. I breathe in new energy. The energy of transformation and healing. I am breaking these cycles in ways that are big and small. And with each breath, I create a new legacy of love, empowerment, and freedom. I am a cycle breaker. I am a healer. I am a leader of transformation. I am rewriting my family story in the most beautiful way. And my healing ripples through past generations and future ones. As I fully step into my power with love, compassion, and strength. I claim my right to create a life free of inherited limitations. I trust myself, I trust my path, I trust my healing. And the work I do today changes the course of my lineage forever. I am the transitional character in my family. All right, I want you all to take a nice deep breath in. Hold it. Exhale slowly. And if they aren't already closed, go ahead, close your eyes, place a hand on your heart, and just take a deep breath in. Hold it. Exhale fully. And I want you to imagine yourself standing in a vast open space with a bridge stretching out in front of you. This bridge represents the journey from past to future. Behind you is all that heavy weight of your lineage, your ancestors, their struggles, their pain, their wisdom. You feel their presence. You recognize their sacrifices. You recognize their hopes, their dreams, maybe things that never got fulfilled for them. Some of them never had the chance in their life in the flesh to heal, but they're looking at you now, and they are looking at you with love, with hope, with gratitude. And you hear a voice from within, and it says, you are the one. You are the one who gets to break this cycle. You are the one who gets to choose a new path. You get to take a step forward on the bridge, and with each step you release what no longer serves you. You might even see yourself throwing it like over the side of the bridge. Maybe it's a bridge over water. You can see this baggage just kind of plunking into the water, creating a ripple. You let go of fear, you let go of unworthiness, you let go of scarcity. You step forward on the bridge with love, with strength, with power. And imagine looking ahead, seeing future generations. Could be your children or others, just maybe it's even a younger self on the other side of that bridge watching you, waiting for you to show them what's possible. And you see them smiling, you see them thriving, you see them feeling safe, you see them feeling loved. Because of you, they no longer have to carry the same burdens. Because of you, they are free to be themselves, fully, completely. And take a deep breath and just feel this moment. Feel that shift happening within you. You're no longer repeating the past. You're creating something new. And you see yourself saying to yourself, I am the bridge. I am the healer. I am the one that chooses transformation over repetition. And you stand tall on that bridge. You feel the light, the warmth of the sun, this grounded, wholeness. And you turn and you see your ancestors smiling. They're not angry. They're not disappointed. They're proud. They see that you've taken their pain and you've transformed it into power. And it makes everything different for them too. Everything changes for everyone when we heal. It's not just us. When you're ready, just take a nice deep breath in. Bring this feeling with you, knowing that you can revisit this at any time. Bring this feeling into your body. And when you're ready, you can slowly open your eyes. And just take a moment to notice what shifted for you. What did you see or feel in that visualization? What are you ready to let go of? What are you ready to step into as you heal, not just for yourself, but for your family or your children or the generations to come? I'd love to know, when you think about that thing you thought of at the beginning and gave it a number, how much energetic or emotional charge those things have now, with 0 being the least.